Hello, Earth signs. So your reading has some similarity with the water signs one. It's not. It's like they're on different pathways, but they were connected at one point, I believe. And you probably dealt also with a water sign in your recent past as well. Um, Somebody with whom you had an emotional connection. You blew it up. I hear. Uh, Sorry to hear that. There is like a very high highlighted sense of timing here. I got so the messages I got lack of offering, bad habits, and also the song Ed Sheeran, Bad Habits. Emotionally, I don't know what I wrote there. Emotionally something. Striving forward, and it's about timing. So we have twice the wheel of the year here, once reversed, one upright as a clarifying card. And we start with the Prince of Pentacles reversed, which is the Knight of Pentacles basically reversed. So it's just very slow movement or not getting there at all. So for this I got lack of offering. Since this is a earth reading and this is your present, I imagine this being you. So you either didn't offer something or you didn't get an offering, or maybe you didn't get the offering that you wanted. This is it's like slowing, very slow movement or not getting there at all. Crossing it, we have the Ten of Swords reversed. And based on the other cards that I had, Six of Cups in the recent past, then we had the Six of Swords in the recent past. It's like going back towards the past. It's like repeating a cycle comes to mind, especially one of the clarifying cards was the Wheel for, let me see, yes, for the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Ten of Swords. And another one, so the clarifying cards were the Wheel, the Two of Swords reversed, a decision, again, decision, and the Chariot, not the Chariot. We do have the Chariot, but it's further along. The Empress reversed. But since I said the Chariot, it's about movement, the Chariot, it's striving forward, because we had also striving forward, so moving forward, which you will do, I think you want to do, but you're in this situation where you've repeated something and you sort of like missed an outing, missed something. It's like loophole, you missed an exit. It's like you're in the present, but we're going backwards instead of moving forwards. You had to go backwards. You had to go back. For whatever reason, I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just you had to do that because you weren't ready, probably, or it was just something. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be taken. Maybe it wasn't supposed to arrive. Maybe it was just the potential to get you to this point of enlightenment, let's say. So, because I see you in a state of not sorrow, but regret, stress, regret, and anxiety, and maybe self blaming a bit. But you understood your choices and you understood your behavior to a certain degree and how that led to you repeating certain things, okay, which it wasn't what you wanted, basically. I see in the near future trying to change that, approach this thing with more decisiveness and more steady, fast forward, almost aggressive, but not in a bad way. Decisive way comes to mind, communicative way. Apology, there might be an apology involved here for some things that you didn't do or do, missed something, and you see yourself. I think that affected your view of yourself. You've noticed certain limits, but you're willing to let things crumble. And whether with or it's like you have fears of being hurt, you have fears of connecting to this, feeling the hurt, because you're still in the process of it. You have these fears, but you have also the willingness to change the world you're living into a more decisive world, into a more clear world, into achieving whatever you want to achieve. There might be, because yes, they're pentacles because you're also an earth sign, but there might be also something connected with work here. I think you might be working on something or dropping a work. I got one of this as a potential outcome is stopping to work on something. I need to clarify that. I need to understand that better. Okay. So yeah, so as I said, in the present moment, I have the Prince of Pentacles crossing by the Ten of Swords reversed. So you went back to some sort of unstable past. You had to review that. And there might be some issues with a maternal figure here. Mommy issues comes to mind. Mommy issues. We all have them to a certain degree, you know. So it's not a thing to. It may be that this affected your relationship with women, probably, whether you're male, female, whatever. But in general, you know. This as a base pattern, we have the Seven of Cups upright, with the Queen of Swords upright and the Six of Swords reversed. Lack of reciprocity of balance here. It may have come from a mother figure or from a relationship, maybe with past air sign. Maybe you had somebody who transmitted you this type of indecisiveness of, I want to say, not being good enough, but authoritative figure that didn't quite recompensate. I feel they didn't compensate you. It's like wanting to please her, something like that. Something with a near person who wasn't. Maybe she was a bit more detached and logical, even when you needed other aspects of her to be involved. As in, maybe you needed more like a Queen of Cups energy, and maybe you didn't get that proper emotional connection with her, and you didn't know why, and you felt it's like you needed to please her to see what else you can do. She stood her ground. There was confusion here, lack of reciprocity, and maybe some karma involved. So you have this pattern with a female figure. Disconnection comes to mind. There was some sort of disconnection. And that leads sort of influences the current circumstances. In the near past, you have the Nine of Swords upright with the Six of Swords reversed. So it's like unable to leave certain anxieties behind, unable to leave the past behind. And I'm saying the past because one of the clarifying cards was the Six of Cups. And maybe looking back at your own childhood, at your own family issues, I say that because we have the Four of Wands upright here. So it is related to stability. Core stability comes to mind. And we do have the Queen of Cups as another clarifying card. So there might have been like a connection with a water sign in the recent past that triggered you into going into this turmoil, inner turmoil, let's say. So it gave you anxiousness about committing, anxiousness about committing, and it was driven by past, like soulmate situation, but past circumstances. You've recognized something here. You've acknowledged something here. Crowning the reading, we have, is on your mind, we have first the King of Cups reversed. So we were talking about recent past, the Queen of Cups, soulmate again situation. So King of Cups reversed and the Hermit upright. So, and one of the clarifying cards was the Sun reversed and the Page of Pentacles upright. So that's why I mentioned enlightenment, because with the Hermit upright and the Sun in reversed, it's like you weren't seeing something, so you needed to go through a journey of self-discovery as to balance yourself out, because you realized that you weren't quite ready for a relationship, in this case, for a deeper connection. Emotional unstable, that's what I've written. Emotionally unstable, unbalanced. It becomes manipulative as well, to be honest. So maybe on your mind, emotionally manipulative. You've probably realized your own tendencies and it comes lack of offering, lack of stable offering, so which drives you in the past as the Knight of Pentacles. So you went through like this emotional situation where you've recognized some emotional tendencies which were affected by other past connections with a possible air sign, indecisiveness, lack of commitment, emotional unstable, and confusion. But it comes also like there's like a sense of coldness here, and even though the Queen of Swords is upright, I think the Queen of Cups, the recent one, showed you some things you were lacking, as in It's like an unconditional love more. It's a, she expressed some emotions that may have guided you into experiencing or experimenting or evaluating unconditional love. So instead of trying to do stuff for other people and trying to, you know, earn their love somehow, it's like discovering your sense of feeling unworthy, okay? And noticing how your emotional situation was being affected by that because you weren't emotionally, you weren't allowing this to happen because you felt unworthy, because you haven't done anything, especially if you haven't offered anything. You're like, why would you? You know, why are you? But you weren't seeing something here. Okay, let's move on. Let's try and move on.